going on, Jerome's? So no one told you life was going to be this way. So it is tough being a Vikings fan, and we've remarked before that if and when the Vikings win multiple Super Bowls, a dozen or more in the next 10 years, no one's going to be a bandwagon fan because they know that there's going to be pain. That's right. And of course, pain has come in the form of J.J. McCarthy, Jonathan James McCarthy, the meniscus on the right knee last year, and then the high ankle sprain of the right ankle this time around. It's been no good, right? And the Vikings are basically built around the premise that J.J. McCarthy on his rookie deal is going to be the man. He's the man, but he's missed a significant chunk of his rookie deal already, and it's just... I understand the frustration, and a lot of people, whether in real life, whether in the comment section, have gone on about J.J. McCarthy is injury prone, right? So we wanted to think about things. So first off, I feel like there's a pretty big difference between injury prone quarterbacks. So Tua is injury prone. Sam Bradford, God bless me, tried, but injury prone, right? Where if it's a similar correlated injury over and over with a high frequency, then I feel like you can be deemed injury prone. And then there's guys like Andrew Luck, Andrew Luck was a tough son of a bee, man, but did have all those injuries piling on up, but he was more injury prone because of a bad offensive line put together by Ryan Grigson, by the way. Just completely left him battered and bruised and just no Gouda. No Gouda. Now, with McCarthy, I think it's more the latter. And even with the knee injury, last year, the whole meniscus full repair after the first preseason game, we actually theorized last year that we actually think that he hurt the knee in college back in Michigan. And we went down the whole rabbit hole. Conspiracy theory was like the Vikings wanted to redshirt McCarthy. They wanted to roll with Darnold for a season, and they knew that he needed knee surgery. Better clean it up now rather than let it wait and fester, just like how they handled Donovan Jackson and his wrist surgery this year. And maybe that was part and parcel of what was going on. So maybe this was planned all along. Who knows? But we went down. It's like, oh yeah, something that completely flew under the radar, that the Michigan media was talking about the knee injury as they were going through the college football playoff, and it didn't really become a thing because, of course, Michigan won. Connor Stallions, but McCarthy played well throughout, as won the national title, went undefeated, all that stuff. Plus, he hasn't had a lot of notable injuries, and Draft Sharks, they go deep. They go all the way back. So November 23rd, 2018, hand thumb fracture. Injury date is an estimate. Despite the injury, McCarthy suited up for the state championship game in high school. Okay, first off, who's putting out injury reports for high school games, man? Also, not to throw anyone under the bus or air out anyone's laundry, but there's a pretty healthy market for wagering jelly beans on high school games. Come on, man. Come on. But he had an ankle sprain at Michigan. He had the meniscus tear last year, although did it start at Michigan? Who knows? And then, of course, it's got the high ankle sprain, grade 3, which is bad, which is my reading level. Yeah. Then also, there was a big to-do about this offseason. J.J. McCarthy rehabbing from the meniscus, lost some weight, and then put back on some weight. But even though overall, he's still pretty light by quarterback standards, even though he's roughly about Kirk Cousins size. And Kirk Cousins was very durable until he wasn't with the whole Achilles in 2023, right? Also, how do you lose weight when you're up on blocks? I'm not going to lie, right? So if I was unable to move for a couple months, I could probably play nose tackle. Maybe we could actually stop the run then. Anyways, but is J.J. McCarthy injury prone? So he has missed 21 to 23 games in his Vikings career. It is what it is, right? But is that more of a pattern, or is that just a complete anomaly? Twice. He did not miss a game at Michigan due to injury, even though he had several dings and bruises there. The meniscus and the high ankle sprain are not correlated, even though they are on the same leg on that right side. Two substantial bolt of lightning injuries. So I was told that injuries are sort of like getting electrocuted, where sometimes you get hit by a bolt of lightning. Anyone can do it. It is what it is. Or you can be one of the dudes jamming a wet fork into a outlet. Like those are the injury-prone dudes, and sometimes you just get hit by lightning. All that stuff. He has played through injuries twice. So, actually, you could say thrice. I did say thrice. It's a great band, by the way. So, at Michigan, if and when he did injure the knee at Michigan against Penn State, James Franklin's finest hour, he played through that, won a national title. That's one. And also, if you believe he tore the meniscus in the Raiders preseason game last year, he finished that game. Unless, I don't know, did Darnold Tanya Harding him in the parking lot? Probably not. I don't even think that's how you tear a meniscus. Yeah. But then also this year with the high ankle sprain, he was getting taped up before the start of the fourth quarter, so he played through that. Right. So tough ass kid. Just, yeah, man. Also, Wolverine, as in Logan, not like the Michigan Wolverines, as in Logan would be dead behind the early offensive line with Justin School as your left tackle. All right, so again, that plays in the whole Andrew Luck injury-prone narrative. So, I don't know. But basically, I fully understand the frustration. Again, missing 21 of 23 games his first 2 years, especially since this team has been built around him and his rookie deal. But everyone is injury-prone until they're not. Everyone is healthy until they're not, sort of deal. We're kind of equated to Frank Gore coming out of Miami. Multiple torn ACLs, was considered injury prone, and then he became probably the most durable running back in NFL history. And this could be a spot too where McCarthy has these random setbacks, but again, even going through his history, he didn't have a ton of injuries. Even going back to high school, which apparently this does. So it could be a spot where, knocking on the wood, McCarthy stays relatively clean. And also, given his moxie and competitiveness, it could be. He could be like Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield. There's always kind of something, but they tough through it and then they play balls out. Certainly could be it. But I think as of right now, I don't think you can call JJ McCarthy injury prone because of the major bolt of lightning nature of of his injuries so far. But if it's something that keeps on propping up over and over, then he can raise an eyebrow. We'll see. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Is JJ McCarthy injury prone? Say no? Question mark. Yeah. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skol, production value.